on the sideline to start. Cam not in the starting 5 for the first time this season. He started all 35 games last year. It was at shoot-around today, and Cam was not with the first 5. Wondered if that might continue to tonight. And Cam will begin the game on the bench. It's a new look for the Deacs tonight. The strutting Deac on these brand spanking new white jerseys. Wake and James Madison. And this is Freeman, the former Ohio Valley Conference Player of the Year at Morehead State. He's the guy the Deacs are going to have to mark closely.
He's a veteran player. He's played at 3 different schools. Now playing in his 4th. Can score a lot of different ways. As you mentioned, the OVC Player of the Year a year ago.
Wake Forest last played against Boston College 10 days ago. Hunter Sallis finds the spot. The elbow comes up short. And it was last touched by Wake as JMU ball. In that game against BC, Stan, the Deacs obviously came back. They trailed by 10 early, led at the half, won by 6. They only shot 13 threes. That's the fewest three-point attempts in the Steve Forbes era in Winston-Salem. Now, this is obviously a Wake Forest team that has been struggling from beyond the arc all season long. Inside, it's the big man, Elijah Hutchins Everett, 4-0 Dukes.
2 things real quickly. One, yes, they're number 15 in the ACC in 3-point baskets made. They've got to find a way to get some balls to fall for them. That could have been one. It doesn't. Second thing, keep an eye on a matchup that we just saw. Xavier Brown, Hutchins is a very good inside player. He, too, was a Rookie of the Year at another conference. And that's going to be a nice matchup tonight, I think, with Lee and Efton Reed, who scored inside early.
Efton Reed, with a bump of a foul, about 30 feet from the basket, picks up his first.
Evan, to further that point, Wake Forest not shooting the basketball well this season. How bad? 41%, worst in the ACC right now. They've got to score the basketball. If not from the perimeter, they've got to go inside. That's why Reed is so important tonight. And Spillers.
A.J. Smith working on Spillers. And Spillers up to the task defensively. Swats it away. And then a bad pass by Wake. Picked off by Ricks. Ricks gives it to the corner. Off the side of the backboard for Brown, and the rebound for Wake Forest. Deacs return to ACC play this Saturday at Clemson. Matchup against the top 25 Tigers. Step back 3, Davin Cosby knocks it down.
Davin Cosby stepping in the lineup lately, knocking down threes with a lot of confidence. That's big. His 22nd 3-point basket made of the season.
Particularly in the wake of what happened against BC. He started but only played about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Did not get off to a good start. Did not see the floor again. There's Ricks up and under.
Yeah, Ricks is one of these guys. They're long, they're athletic at 6'7". Played at Morehead State with Coach. Before that, averaged about 7. He can do a lot of things with the basketball. They're a very versatile basketball team, and they force a lot of turnovers.
Yep, stripped. Inside, Efton Reed turns it over. Ricks left wide open, knocks it down.
This is not the type of team in James Madison that you want to get behind, Wake Forest. They've led in every basketball game they played in this year. They're a front-running team. If they get the lead, they sense blood, they're going after. That's a big 3.
AFU has started 4 of 6.
Look at the spacing. Hands are down, back cut, easy basket there. Got to be more intense on the defensive end. That's a better job there, but you leave a shooter here. You can't leave these perimeter guys here. They take too many threes, Evan, and they knock them down. In their last 5 out of the last 6 ball games, they're 60 of 160 from three-point land.
Dukes are coached by Preston Spradlin. He was the head coach at Morehead State. Led Morehead to a 94-40 record over the past 4 years. 2-time OVC Coach of the Year. When Preston Spradlin was a young NAIA ball player at Alice Lloyd College, he used to work the University of Tennessee camps when Steve Forbes was an assistant in Knoxville. So he's known Coach Forbes literally for about 2 decades, and he's only going to be 38 years old later this month. Can Wake snap out of its early funk? The Deacs 1 for 3 with 2 turnovers. Good digging pressure from Brown. He knocks it out of bounds.
Well, Ball goes into the post to Reed. Does he try to make an initial move? Are they going to drop back? Can he read the defender? There was help side defense there. He came to the double team. He's got to recognize it. Forward versus forward.
Clock's winding down. Reed doesn't realize it. Gets it off. Finds the rim. And the ricochet fortuitously gives Hunter Sallis an easy deuce.
A way to get Sallis going today. Attack the offensive glass. Wake Forest has got to be able to hold their own rebounding against this James Madison team.
Watch the Duke shoot around today. They practice with a purpose. They're 6-4. They haven't won on the road yet this year, but they're coming off one of their best performances of the season in their last game, which also was 10 days ago. Inside, Elijah Hutchins Everett scores again.
The guy that entered that pass there, A.J. Smith, 21. I really like watching him play. He's solid. Scores about 8 or 9 points a ball game, rebounds, and can make plays.
Third member of our broadcast team tonight, Madison Little. Hey, Madison.
Well, guys, Bryce Lindsey assuming a new role this season. He told me it's taken some adjustment. He's used to being that guy in his previous stops, always getting the green light, but now he's the sixth man. And he told me his coaching staff, his teammates, instilling a lot of confidence in him in that role. And guys, I think it's working. 14 points off the bench, that's his average. The only player in the country to do so.
Yeah, Lindsey just checked in for the Dukes. Redshirt freshman from Baltimore, scored 18 in the big win over Utah Valley 10 days ago. Great start for James. Ball complex announced he was stepping down. It was an incredibly emotional press conference for the athletic director, John Curry, the Wake Forest University president, Dr. Wente, and plenty of tears shed by Dave as well. And he's going to hang around Winston-Salem, so he won't be a stranger, but it's certainly the end of an era and arguably the best era in Wake football history. Cam Hildreth off the bench, doesn't take him long to make an impact.
Needed. I'll say one thing and I'm going to keep moving. Class. 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 Dave Clawson. Thank you, Coach, for all you did for Wake Forest University and so many of them.
Lindsey knocks down the three. That's what he can do, as Madison mentioned, right off the bench. Quick offense and a 14-7 lead. Appropriately, it's a football score, Stan.
Yeah, it is. Hey, number 2 3-point shooter in the conference. He's a streaky guy, can get hot in a second. And ironically, the guys who come off the bench score, and that's something that everybody wants to see. Privilege making some baskets.
Confident elbow jumper from Parker. He's really struggled. 28% from the floor, 21% from three. No other way to say it. It's been a miserable start to Parker's sophomore season, but he said he's had slumps before. He's going to keep shooting and work his way through it. Playing good defense is one way to get back into it. That was pretty good D, but Wake could not secure the offensive rebound. Fresh clock for the Dukes to work with.
Ball coaching the paint too many times, Evans. Getting inside.
Lindsley hesitation, flipping it up high. Former ACC player Evie Duana could not finish it. The former NC State and Georgia Tech contributor, now wearing JMU purple, gives it back to Wake Forest. Steve Forbes in year 5. Looking for his 80th win at the helm of the program. Wake 33-1 at home against non-conference foes dating back to before Steve was here, December of 2018. Hunter Sallis.
Talked about getting the ball in the paint area. Hunter Sallis does it really well. He's taking his time. He's got in a little rhythm, getting about 12 feet away and making that little mid-range jumper. Floats over the top.
Well, the Deacs have certainly made an adjustment from where they were early in the season, shooting 25, 30, 35 threes a game. 7 of their first 10 shots tonight have been twos. Brown doesn't get the bounce. Spillers rises for the rebound, quickly gets it to Sallis.
Good rebound by Spillers.
Deacs 1 for 3 beyond the arc so far. Once again, Sallis finds his spot.
He can make that shot with the best of them. He rises over, he gets right in the paint about 10 or 12 feet away. Very tough to defend. He does it well.
6-0 mini run for the Deacs from 14-7 to a 1-point game. Churchill Abbas hedges on the screen. Luke Anderson had it poked away, but a reach-in foul called on Parker Fredrickson.
Watch Sallis get in the paint and then elevate. It's about, like I said, right there, the ACC logo. It's very hard to defend because he can go by. We've seen the explosive dunks throughout his career. And you said something, they made the adjustment. Yeah, if you're not making the three, and I know that goes against a lot of philosophies and people keep shooting threes, you need baskets. The two is working too. They play some good defense. And right now, when Wake plays better defense, you're getting better looks offensively in their half-court sets.
I was chatting about shot selection earlier today with Preston Spradlin, because his team has also taken 30, 35, 40 threes in a game this year. He said he's okay with his team taking 33s. He says he wants to make or rebound 60% of his threes. That's his goal. Stick back from Taylor wouldn't go. And a tie-up. The arrow will give it to the Deacs.
But here's a great kicker about that. He doesn't mind them taking threes because he knows his guys are following shots. They're a +7 in the rebounding margin. They're the #1 team in the conference rebounding. So that's a trade-off. I don't have a problem with you taking threes because if you miss, I'm going to get the rebound and put it back in. Get me a basket. They don't come away empty-handed on possessions.
Tyler Johnson into the game for Steve Forbes. To your point, Stan, they've out-rebounded 8 of their 10 opponents so far this year. They're first in the Sun Belt, as you said, 43rd in the country out of the 355 Division I basketball teams.
You give me a team that can rebound, hold teams under 70 points per game, force more turnovers than you have assists. Hey, I'll take that.
Duke Harris into the game as well. Looking for Abbas inside, deflected. It'll be Wake Forest ball.
Nice job, help side defense. Henderson getting his hand in there, just get the bit of a piece of it.
So it's Johnson, Hildreth, Harris, Sallis, and Abbas.
Smaller, quicker lineup in.
Tough shot, won't go. Abbas keeps it alive. Hunter Sallis makes a move, sandwiched by defenders, gets it to Harris. Tyler Johnson into the lane, turns it over. Up ahead, the Syracuse transfer, Justin Taylor. Wake was fortunate that wasn't an and one.
Justin Taylor, a guy, another one of those transfers, the unsung hero of this team. Doesn't take a lot of threes, but plays really hard and just fits whatever they need to do offensively or defensively.
Oh, Deacs turned it over again. Hildreth looking for a foul. Freeman picks it. Lindsay shoots it. Smith on the glass, keeps it alive.
Second chance opportunity, Evan.
And Lindsay finds a wide open pocket and puts it in.
Wake did not do a great job in getting back on defense. Slows the ball, reverses a shot, and you get the rebound, and he had an inside follow. Got to do a better job getting back and keeping balls in play.
Both teams have 4 offensive rebounds in the first 9 minutes of this game. Sallis, little fadeaway. A.J. Smith pulls down the rebound.
2 purple jerseys around the basketball.
Freeman pulls the trigger and buries another 3.
He's trying to tell you this is what they do. Inside, touches outside. Mark Freeman, the number 12 three-point shooter in the conference, 17 on the season, and he's fluid too. He's a solid player.
JMU responds to Wake's 6-0 run with a 7-0 spurt of their own. Largest lead of the game so far for the Dukes. Tyler Johnson rejected in the corner. That's the first block of the season for Mark Freeman, who's doing it at both ends of the floor. How about the Syracuse transfer, Justin Taylor? He started every game for the Orange last year, coming off the bench for the Dukes and making a difference. Well, he made some connections. He's done a good job. He's learned the craft, and at 37 years old, he's the head coach of the JMU Dukes. And despite only 1 returning player from last year, they were picked 2nd in the Sun Belt. What a run they had last year. 32-4. They whooped Wisconsin in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. I remember watching that game. They had the Badgers beat the first 4 minutes, the next 4 minutes, and all 40 minutes overall.
Great thing you mentioned earlier. Got that start and hunger by working camp. So many college coaches, started off working all the things to just get your to learn the business and continue. And so he's a great success story. He's going to continue so. It's a tie-up.
Yes, it is. It'll be JMU ball underneath with 15 to shoot. I know we're focused on this game, Stan, but a quick update for the folks out there. 9 minutes in Charlotte, Florida 25, North Carolina 10. Gators are legit.
It's another SEC ACC matchup too. Isn't it? You want to bring that up? Hey, somebody got to say it.
SEC's got a great league this year.
Somebody got to say it.
It's the best year of SEC basketball it's ever been.
Finish.
No doubt.
There you go.
Trayvon Spillers at the rim.
Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to elevate and finish it or lay it off the glass, but it's a nice pick and roll and a score. You need more baskets like that for Wake Forest. That opens up the perimeter game. Sallis going downhill, finishing with Spillers.
Team the Deacs are going to see on Saturday also has an SEC opponent tonight, Clemson versus South Carolina.
That's always good.
Palmetto State showdown. Hutchins Everett banging with Spillers. Doubled by Harris. Kick out Taylor. Harris goes down and gets called for the foul.
Yep. He was leaning before the contact was made. Watch this. There's a back cut. Boom. Catch it. And the length at 6'7" of Spillers to be able to finish. And watch this. Now watch the position. There. Inside. Inside. Reaching. There's a drive. Get your feet there. See, there's contact. Contact was high. You were never square. No problem with the call.
Left side of your screen, Roger Ayers is having a conversation with Mitch Shaw, courtside. Today's the 42nd game that Roger Ayers has worked in 44 days so far this season. He's kind of a slacker. He took 2 days off. Can you believe it?
Keep working, Roger.
One of the best officials in all of basketball at any level. Abbas kicks it out for Harris. Duke a little uncertain, gives it away, and he's fortunate that JMU's Xavier Brown stepped on the sideline.
At the last timeout, Wake had 6 field goals. They were 6 of 14. 4 turnovers, no assists. So why do you bring that up? Well, if you got no assists, that means you're doing all your offensive work either on the glass or either you're doing it in a one-on-one situation, which also means you're not getting any movement. That pick and roll that you just saw that Spillers finished was the first time we saw any real offensive movement. You got to move the basketball, but you got to move people.
That was the first assist of the game.
That's why I brought it up.
Sallis to Spillers. Second assist on a pass from Sallis to Cam Hildreth, who knocks down just his 6th three-pointer of the season.
Picking up
tries
where he left off the other week, but came into this ball game 5 out of 30 from the 3 lines. Got to shoot the ball better than that when the opportunity comes.
Oh, Spillers swats it away, and then he could have picked it up. And instead, he smacks it out and gives it to the Dukes.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get it off the player. Watch this. There's a little movement. A lot of spacing that time. You see the finish, the extended follow-through. You like to see that. Yeah, ice water in the veins. Okay, fine. Get back on defense then. I like it, but let's go. What have you done for me lately, guy, right now? That's good to see the ball go in the basket. Cam Hildreth fan or Wake fan.
Looking high, and a foul called at the rim with Duwana. What do they got?
I think they're going to call basket interference or goaltending and count the basket. He's above the green. They're going to look at this. Okay. So, yeah, that's there.
Goaltending call will be reviewed at the next media timeout.
I don't know, Stone.
The ball, yeah, I think so. From this angle, it looked like it was. Okay, so Hildreth got his hand on the ball. See, it didn't go in. So why does it not go in?
Well, he might have got a piece of it before it hit the glass, is what I'm saying.
But the ball was above the cylinder. Because he was trying to dunk it.
I thought it was to the side of the cylinder, but we'll take another look when we can. Fredrickson brings it back to Hildreth. Same spot, he just made the 3. Going to work on the dribble. Runs into his own man and gets the foul on Ricks the third.
Yeah, Duana's a shot blocker matched up against Reed, and you continue to bring the ball in closer to Reed. That gives you an opportunity to block the shot. That time they were bailed out. A couple of two offensive plays. The last couple of possessions have been very fortunate for Wake Forest. The turnover, there wasn't a turnover, and in that play there to pick up a foul. If you're Wake Forest, you've got to get some floor balance, but just keep going. You're not going to get the knockout shot right now. It starts on the defensive side for the Deacs.
Today, the 112th game of Cam Hildreth's Demon Deacon career. He started 74 of them, but coming off the bench tonight for the first time since he was a sophomore. He's got a quick 6 off the bench. 6 points in 8 minutes for Cam.
Okay, let's see what you get out of this offensively for JMU. They've got a lot of guys that can step away from the basket and make plays.
Freeman lost it on the dribble. Duana picks it up, gets it to Smith. AJ was 2 for 3 from 3 last time out after going 1 for 14 before that in the previous 9 games.
I like him. He's solid fundamentally. That's a big block there by Spiller's up.
Spiller's not the guy defensively that you want to attack if you're Wake's opponent.
No, not strong enough in the post, not long enough, doesn't leap high enough.
Hildreth watches his defender go down and then earn a trip to the line. Fouls on Duana. Timeout on the floor. Hildreth free throws when we come back. I said you were right. Don't push your luck.
Hey, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to confirm it. I'm not going to talk about stuff I don't know about much.
When was the last time you were above the rim, Stan Luter?
Above the rim? Oh, just this afternoon.
Yeah. You have a ladder?
No, I was down the stairs, but then I was above the rim. Look at this. Got to make some free throws. Got to get to the line. Make some easy points. Interesting thing about the play we just looked at, that was a 10th paint, but 4 games, of course, up a little bit inside. They've got 8 there. Going inside is going to, there we go. Going inside is going to get you some good things from James Madison team.
Justin Taylor started the first 5 games of the season. He's been coming off the bench ever since. He hasn't scored a lot, but he's got 4 in the first half tonight.
Yeah, only averaged about 4 in his 2 years at Syracuse, but just doesn't. I love everything about his game. Watched him a few times at App State, saw him again in the NIT last year when Wake and App played, but he just makes he's made 6 3-pointers this season. And again, he's another one of those guys who will a couple of places, and it was an Austin P for a year, 2 at Seton Hall. He's a solid 7-footer.
Cosby makes the good.
If you're not able to score, Wake, this plays right into JMU's hands.
A lot of contact.
Okay, big on big.
Number 1 on Cosby.
Watch this. Inside, so there's a push there 2 times. First one was more blatant than the second one was, but nevertheless, right there.
There has been less contact not called a foul.
Ain't no question about it.
More contact.
We saw it in the last couple of possessions down on this other end. Yeah.
5 minutes to play in the first half. Lindsay too strong. Sallis corrals the rebound with one arm.
Good long rebound, but JMU does a great job of getting back on defense.
7 rebounds so far in the ball game for Hunter Sallis. Churchill, a basket.
Nice! Big fella!
Churchill, a pass with authority.
Watch this. Watch the spin. Boom, right there. Got him on the back door. Hey, he's got him. He's gone. And you know it. Watch this again. Boom! Hoop, there he is. Nice post move. Drop step, get the defender on your hip. Finish strong with authority and get the foul. Now can you make the free throw?
Only 2 points in his last 4 ball games. Cannot.
Okay, doesn't take away from that move.
Deacs back within 1. Wake has not trailed in this game since falling behind 4-0. They've trailed by as many as JMU led by as many as 8. Excuse me. Had a chance for an and 1 at the other end.
Hutchinson Everett just took his time in the post. Let the contact, created boom, bang, bang again. There's the same spin. Hesitation, gets the defender off his feet, and then the soft touch and gets the basket. He's got a nice touch. He made 24-31 at the free throw line, and he's got an ability to pass the basketball. We've already seen it in the high post area. So again, another active big. But you've got to find a way to defend.
Sallis gets to his spot, can't finish, steals the rebound away, and then gets it to Cosby. Cosby going glass.
Oh, that's a great job by Cosby to get his balance first and foremost, elevate and use the window and knock it in.
Five first half points for Davin Cosby. Hutchins, Everett over a Bass for 2.
Big guys like this thing right there. They like that little bump and grind in there. Hit me, bang me, put it in the basket.
9 first half points for Elijah, Hutchins, Everett. Been in double figures each of the last 4 for the Dukes. Looks like he's on his way again tonight.
Nice, efficient game against both East Tennessee and Jacksonville State.
Sallis' 3 is off. Rebounded by Freeman. Mark Freeman's played a lot of basketball. He's scored a lot of points. There's nothing he hasn't seen. Takes advantage of the defensive breakdown.
I'm going to say this one time and I'm let it go. You got to stop the basketball. They did a great job getting back. You got to stop the ball.
Fredrickson bumped from behind by Freeman. He gets the call.
Mark Freeman, you just talking about he could score. It's been a lot of
Madison leading Wake Forest 32-26. 2:51 to play in the first half. Let's send it over to Madison.
Well, guys, both teams coming into this one off 10-day breaks, and both teams told me there's pros and cons to that. The con being we don't have that momentum, and Efton Reed told me the pro, well, they've gotten in the lab and they've put in some work. The focus for the Demon Deacons has been rebounding over the last week, and they're winning the rebound battle so far, about on track for their average of 34.4 rebounds so far, but Steve Forbes telling his team on the sidelines, we want more.
Thanks, Madison. Yeah, the Deacs with a +3 rebounding edge against a very good JMU squad in that department.
You know, the other thing that's scary about this time of year, and we've talked about it before, is in there, you've had exams, and, you got another game in Wake and Crimson. It's just a very crazy time, coaches. Talk about, other things that go on off the court, but this has always been a scary time. get you ready to play. And then with teams playing more conference games before you get away for the holidays, you know, you just got to take every day and focus and lock in and play well. Or try to anyway.
College basketball teams have a lot of time to practice before the season. You know, they have practice over the summer and, you know, September, October. But once the season started, Steve Forbes told me at shoot-around today, they had like, you know, 10 games with only 15 practices mixed in the heart of the semester.
It's much different than it was, you know, my day. You know,
After the BC game, they practiced Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They took Friday off, practiced Saturday, Sunday. Did a double session earlier this week.
Yeah, but it's that mental fatigue. It's all the other things that are going around you. And so, yeah, you got to kind of get it locked in. And so you've been away from the court for 10 days and play. So, okay. Play the game you got in front of you.
Inside to Reed. Working on Hutchins Everett. Rebound tip and control by Brown.
Remember how Best got the ball, Churchill got the ball, boom, and made a quick move. Big Phil's holding a little too long and then trying to develop. And again, you're going against another 7-footer. Make the easier play.
Taylor to the basket. Spillers contest the shot. Ahead to Hildreth. Trailing. Sallis. Nope. JMU ball. Stan, what do you think is going on with this team from beyond the arc?
I'm going to make this real easy. They ain't making shots. Okay? They ain't making shots. But now, why? They're good shooters. They're just not on. That shot, we had a great angle. It just never was on line.
Yeah, never had a chance.
Never had. You're rushing. You want to make shots. Just relax and play basketball.
I mean, it's a historically poor start to the season from three-point range.
And when we talked about it in the first couple of ball games, you know, A&T, Coppin, Michigan, you know, it's okay to get better.
Travel call before the shot. Wake entered the night this evening 348th in the nation out of 355 teams that are ranked.
Yeah.
Wake's one of 46 teams in the country that's under 30%. There are 18 teams in the country that are currently over 40%.
They made 73 pointers so far this season. And again, that was a good look the Sallis had. It just never was online. Give yourself a chance.
Sallis gets to the basket.
That was a good one. And again, I'm just, you know, I'm a firm believer that you can get your better perimeter shots if you're able to go inside and then kick it outside. If you do nothing else, help if you get a shot inside and score off it like Sallis does. But you got to get points.
Well, good defense, poked away. Reed on the floor, knocks it to Cosby. Dangerous pass. Sallis juggles it, keeps it alive in front of the JMU bench.
Possession arrow goes the way of Wake also, Evan.
Shot clock and game clock just about in sync, about a 1 second difference. Wake pulls it out, looking for the last shot. Deacons' best playmaker with the ball.
High double in a single roll.
Sallis looking for space, creates some damage, scores. Hunter Sallis gets Wake within one at the break.
May have cramped up a little bit too on his left leg and looking at him.
Hunter's getting stretched out right now by Hildreth. Let's go to Madison Little. 1 point game here at the Joel Coliseum. Second half about to begin. Leading scorers for the two teams, Elijah Hutchins Everett with 9. Hunter Sallis, 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. He's got 10 and 8. And just as we expected coming in, this is going to be a tough battle for the home team. JMU, successful program, 32 wins last year. New coach, new roster, but similar purpose. What did Preston Spradlin think about the first half? Madison Little just talked to him. Madison, what did Coach Sapp just say?
Yeah, Evan, he told me the Dukes need to do a better job protecting the paint. He said they had good half-court defense, but they need to finish possessions and limit offensive rebounding. That's something that Coach Forbes was focusing on coming into this game, so the Deacs doing a good job with that.
It's interesting. JMU only had 1 turnover the first 17 minutes of the first half, but they turned it over 3 times in the last 3 minutes. Cam Hildreth starts the second half, and he is getting to the free throw line a ton lately for the Deacs.
It's a quick move, nice way to start your half. Get the ball inside paint, quick move goes inside. If you get the basket, great, but you go to free throw line. So we'll see how much activity you're going to get at Hildreth. 7 points on 2 of 4 shooting for Cam.
Second foul on Ricks. First tie since the score was 0-0. So technically this is the first tie of the game. Wake has not led until now.
Let's see if they do a better job on ball defense, help side defense, help the helpers. In other words, if somebody's driving, is that second guy's going to be able to come over and stop the basketball, and then can you finish it by getting the rebound? See, they cleared outside.
They got a foul on Davin Reed before the shot.
Didn't even get a chance to tell you the whole thing. They cleared the whole side out, so you had a post there, and just let those 2 big guys. And we talked about it at the beginning of the ball game. I thought that matchup would be very, very interesting. They clear out the side, throw him to the top, picks up a foul on Reed.
Number 2 on Efton Reed III.
Wake has done a nice job lately. Getting a passing lane, but not allowing James Madison to pass and cut and move the ball freely. They're having to take their time in what they're doing offensively to execute. Hence, they're slowed them down. They're in a big start today.
Freeman picked up by Sallis. Finds a little space, knocks down a 3.
Got caught on the switch, stepped under it, he recognized that, goes over the top, and Freeman buries a 3.
10 points from Mark Freeman, redshirt senior from Memphis.
Watch this go. There's a stagger. And this follows a guy and not able to get over. You got to step over the top of that in time, Sallis, as opposed to going under. But because of the communication when the dribbler took off to the top of the key, lost track of him, he buries him.
4th 3 of the night for JMU. They've made double-digit 3s 7 times in 10 games.
Yeah.
Efton Reed III can't connect. Sallis goes over the screen this time. Big hedge as well. That leaves Ricks open. He comes up short. Sallis has his 9th rebound. Sallis, coast to coast, does it himself.
Nice job by Sallis. Takes it down, gets to his spot, and then just slows up, elevates, and scores. That leg is okay from the half.
35 all. 12 and 9 for Hunter. Just the second ever meeting between the Dukes and the Deacs. Hutchins Everett, smothered by Reed. Rejected by Reed.
Good job officiating that time. Did not bail the shooter out.
Frederickson open look. Leaves the crowd disappointed again. Deacs now 2 of 11. From beyond the arc, Hutchins Everett, great spot, fouled by Spillers.
Yeah. A moment ago, Hutchins Everett had the ball inside, was struggling, didn't have his balance, and didn't call the foul that time as reach. Watch this, jump stop, and then elevate. That's pretty. That's some pretty basketball right there. Might not show up in the highlight reel necessarily, 6 and 11, but I tell you what, that's the kind of play you gotta have.
Let me ask you a serious question. You coached in the ACC.
I did. Did the ACC all my life. Go ahead.
If your players are struggling and having a shooting slump, what do you say to them as a coach?
You keep teaching. You show it to them on field, you work on it in practice, and you just a repetition. And sooner or later, players at this level are gonna make the shot. It may not happen to him. It may not happen to this summer. I don't know. But you just keep working. You keep going over fundamentals. You look at the shot. You break it down, especially today with all the tape and all the evaluations. But the one thing you have to do, and I'll say this about anything, you have to remain confident.
Well, it's definitely become a mental thing now.
Yeah, and we talk about
Reed,
it.
confident stroke, but dead ends off the bracket, doesn't get the roll.
It didn't go in, but it had good rotation, nice backspin. I'm not mad about that. You know, it was just a toss. Get back off the trap.
Freeman flips it inside. Tough catch, but a better block.
Might have got a foul that time.
Reed swats Duana. Hildreth over to Sallis. Inside to Reed. Efton, count it.
I love it. I love it. Big guys fighting through pressure. A pass like it too. Big guy club. Watch this. Goes inside, and then the lob. You just might have got that left hand. Doesn't matter. It's a good block by the big. And you come back inside. Watch this. Turn to the defender. Take away the block, the shot block. Go right into him, and then finish strong with the play. You love every bit of what you saw. Post defense, post offense.
First made field goal of the night for Efton Reed III.
But then last thing we're talking about, in that point, you have to continue to stay confident and just remind them, hey, do this, follow through, extend. Don't be a lazy shooter. That didn't go in, but it looked good.
Let me just follow up with something. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm digging for your insight because I know you know ball.
I'll give it to you.
How do you have confidence when you're 5 for 30 from 3 like Cam is, or you're 9 for 42 like Parker is?
Because
how do you maintain that confidence?
I'm going to tell him as a player, I'm going to keep working. He'll be ticked off. As a coach, I'm going to say, okay, here's what we got to do. The next one's going to fall.
Is the next one?
No.
It
was short. It was short. You just have to go back and look at it. Why was it? But you just have to continue to say, here's what you don't want to do. Here's what I don't want to do as a player or as a coach. I don't want to say, okay, you ain't making them. Don't shoot.
Well, Forbes had his hands on his head, kind of in a state of disbelief.
It's frustrating. It's like putting. It's like those little 3-foot, 4-foot putts sometimes. You know? Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. You just got to keep working. You got to have confidence. The next one's going to fall. And you work at it.
Freeman going to the rim. Tough two for Mark Freeman.
Look. See, with a guy like Hildreth, I would like to see him go to the free throw line.
Well, he's been getting there lately.
Yeah.
Stumbles on a wet spot and turns it over.
I'd like to see him go to the free throw line to get the confidence in, to see the ball go through the basket. And it's just every shooter's gone through. But you just got to sometimes shoot your way out. But you work on your fundamentals, you work on your mechanics, and it's a constant evolution. Catch.
Another block by Reed from behind on Hutchins.
Upside defense, good.
Hildreth for 2.
We talked about it at the beginning of the half. Player down, too. Big guys down in the corner. Nobody sees it. There they do.
He can tonight. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, just 1 turnover. And in his 115th college basketball game, it's his first career collegiate double-double.
Look at that line, 6 of 11, and only 2 3-point baskets, 3-point shots attempted. I like the fact that he's not trying to settle for the 3-pointer. He's getting inside where he's very, very comfortable and elevate. What a great job he's doing on the glass. Getting some offensive rebounds, a couple of putbacks. Again, he's going to need every bit of that and a little bit more. Wake Forest get away from the Dukes this afternoon, this evening, whatever it is, nighttime.
Quick update from Charlotte. Told you that Florida was up 25-10 on Carolina. It's now a 2-point game in the second half. Tar Heels have come back. We got a good one here as well. Wake protecting the rim inside. Sallis the block that time on A.J. Smith.
Carolina coming back. The Belichick effect on him.
Hildreth missed the layup, but he'll get to the line again for his 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the night. I think Madison has an update on Elijah Hutchins Everett. What you got, Madison?
Well, guys, he was on the sidelines with the trainer getting extra hydration. They were massaging that left calf muscle. There was ice involved, and now he's been escorted back to the locker room, uncertain if he will return.
Appreciate the update, Madison. Thank you. we forget, Stan, that Cam Hildreth was the first player to make the leap to a high major D1 program in the U.S. from the United Kingdom education basketball system. There are not a lot of British college basketball players.
Yeah, you're very true. But let me say something real quick. Did you notice his follow through on that free throw? The first one, he pushed it, and it ended up, goes in, and he's in the lane. But the second, he stayed there. That's what I'm talking about, getting the rhythm and sending the ball towards the basket.
Excellent defense from Hildreth that time on Freeman. Spillers cleans up the glass. Sallis gets a screen from Reed.
Right there.
Sallis to the basket. Plus the foul. Steve Forbes and Mitch Shaw both like that take from Hunter.
Goes inside, gets there, feels him out, bump, contact, play through the contact, one more time, elevate and score. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Bam. That's so easy. And that's a poor job defensively by James Madison. First, allowed him to get in the paint that easy, and secondly, not stopping the dribble. Make him pick it up and take a more contested jump shot. That just shows again the athleticism and the ability of Hunter Sallis.
7-0 Wake Forest run. Deacs with their largest lead of the night.
They're not seeing fluid offense out of the Dukes. They're not taking the threes. Big fella's back in the game. He can be a facilitator. Don't forget he can't take jump shots from there. Better movement. They'll get something out of this if they're patient.
Hutchins Everett is back in the ball game. He's swarmed by two lengthy defenders, and he turns it over.
Good job on the double team. Spillers came late, got the double, and did not foul in the double.
I think the basketball was all wet. Hildreth was like, this is gross. Wiped it off on his jersey when he got it.
Slippery basketball.
Hildreth coming off the bench tonight for the first time this season. He's been a difference maker, but he turns it over there. And a foul in transition goes on Spillers.
Maybe it wasn't as dry as you thought it was.
We actually called it on Cosby, my mistake.
Yeah.
His second.
Hutchins Everett was in for a few minutes. He's back on the sideline, so apparently he's got to get some more work done on that leg. So get some perimeter players in it. And the guy that we haven't talked a lot about tonight, he's got the ball right now.
Lindsay swatted by Reed once again.
Reed's been very active inside tonight. He's been that 7-footer. Little guy goes inside. Big fella says, not tonight. Nice block. We're straight up and down.
Fourth block for Efton Reed III. Reed on the floor. A lot of contact. Loose ball finds Duana. That could have been a backcourt violation.
No reset.
Reed comes up short into the JMU bench. Wake ball. The drought continues for the Dukes.
Wake Forest has done a nice job of disrupting the rhythm of James Madison.
Basket. Look at this. Efton Reed just took the mop from one of the baseline
He's done everything else tonight. Why not? He blocked shots. He scored in the paint. Made a little jump hook. He cleans up the floor. What we ask you to do, be versatile. Do a lot of things. If you do a lot of things, they'll keep it around. If you only do one thing, they might get rid of it. But you know.
4 blocks, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 mop.
In 20 seconds of mopping floor. What a wonderful night he's had.
Hildreth open. Bangs it down.
You see the follow through? Did you see the extension that time on the jump shot? Yeah, Efton Reed's talking about that too. Great job. Get some momentum going. You make it by knocking some shots down. Stay confident. Keep working. A shot will fall pretty soon. And if it does, the Deacs will take the lead. Hand back and watch the shot. Now watch his follow through. You're looking at the ball, but watch this follow through. This is what I'm talking about playing through the shot. Get there, extend. Look at it. Finish in the same spot literally, and look at the extension and the follow through. That was the shot that you want to mark. Okay, this is what I want my jump shot to look like. 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, that's going to go in. That's what we were talking about. Finish high and follow through.
I was fortunate to be here at the Dole for Wake shoot-around today. Cam was shooting just like that earlier this afternoon. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight after going 5 for 30 the previous 11 ball games.
But shooting is also about muscle memory and repetition. And if you do things correctly, you know what we said, fundamentals.
Spillers, another rejection at the rim. Duana fouled on the stick back.
4 blocks for Spillers too, I think, is it? 4 and 4 for Reed, 4 for Spillers. Watch this block. Gets off his feet so quickly. That's a good block. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
You're right, Stan. Both Spillers and Reed each have 4 blocks apiece. Ibi Duana about to shoot his 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the season.
Fans may remember Duana, played at NC State for a few years, also started his career at Georgia Tech. Long, athletic, not a big scorer, but can play solid around the rim. And he's also known as a shot blocker in this conference.
He had some big moments for Kevin Keats.
Yes.
Never could stay in the rotation, but sometimes they're missing somebody and Duana would step up. Churchill Abbas pulls in the rebound after a couple free throw misses from Ibi.
Consistency out of him has been the big thing right there. Go to the free throw line, not able to knock those down.
Deacs 10-0 run over the last 3+ minutes.
Big possession. Spacing good right now. Keep your eye on Sallis. Where does he end up? He's on the baseline. Block.
To the corner. Cosby connects.
Nice job there. Moved the basketball, got touches. Everybody was moving in rhythm to get a score. Then there's enthusiasm. The better you play on the defensive end, your offense gets better, and then your defense gets better again. Watch this. James Madison needs a basket.
It's Ricks in rhythm.
There you go, for 3. I like Eddie Ricks. I really do.
But you're an affable guy, and you like almost everybody.
Well, when you play hard, you play with some enthusiasm, you do the right things, I don't like it.
You just love the game of basketball.
Yeah, but I like it played well and correct.
I hear you.
You know, it's just like broadcasting. You work hard, good things happen for you.
Shot clock at 8. Sallis makes a move on Brown. Hesitation. Gets his man in the air. Stays with it. Throws it up. No good. A pass on the glass. Sallis, 3rd attempt. The charge.
Hunter Sallis. This is a James Madison team that's out-rebounded all their opponents except for one. And the game that they did not do, they only lost that margin by 2. Today they have been dominated, especially in the last 15 minutes of this game, by Wake Forest.
Good defensive pressure again from Sallis and Abbas both. Hunter, yes. 19 for Sallis. Deacs by 13. 23-9 since halftime.
And look at the enthusiasm of this Wake Forest basketball team. There's bounce in their step right now on the defensive side. That's contagious.
17-3 in the last 5 minutes. Foul going on Hildreth. Hunter Sallis came back to Wake Forest. His talent was hyped. Cool, calm, collected. He's leading the way tonight.
Let's review.
Trying to look at something. You remember about the 10:28 mark, first half. James Madison had 7 assists and 1 turnover. Stats come back to me now, and they've got, what, 9 assists and 7 turnovers. And that just shows you how the defense is picked up, and that 11 rebounds by Sallis lets you know that they're doing some work on the other end.
Steve Forbes acknowledged to Madison at halftime that JMU came out with a little bit more crispness to him, but Davin Cosby continues the second half onslaught, and Wake clearly upped their defensive intensity about 2/3 of the way through that first half and has carried it here into the second.
Davin Cosby continued his streak. He scored a 3 in 10 of 12 ball games this season and getting good looks, taking what the offense does in half. Work something and get it on the other side.
Sallis flips it to Reed.
There you go.
Cosby fakes the 3. Hildreth pulls it back outside into the fourth quarter of this basketball game on a Tuesday night, 8 days before Christmas. To the corner, Cosby. Spillers keeps it alive. Cosby, another try. Gets his own rebound. Takes it baseline. Someone lost a sneaker. And Cosby scores. Whose shoe is that? That's Efton Reed's right sneaker.
So what else can Efton Reed do for you? Rebounds, block shots. Shoes come off. Boom, it doesn't matter. Keep playing. That's what you do. Gets an assist for that. Give him an assist. One thing I know about it, when a lot of people are going to be able to put the shoe on. That's 17. Big fella has been active, not picking up silly fouls.
You've seen a guy lose his shoe. You don't usually see, as plays continuing, another guy on the other team pick up the shoe and throw it out of bounds to make sure no one steps on it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Remember that Florida game a couple of years ago? Florida, I think it was Florida LSU. Big penalty change and unsportsmanlike penalty. Yeah.
A.J. Smith. You're talking football.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah. I've seen players, throw a shoe.
Dukes have gone ice cold.
Look at the physicality you're seeing out of Wake Forest. They're touching bodies.
Freeman to the corner. Taylor contested three at the buzzer, won't go. Cosby quickest to the ball.
And the great thing about it, you did all that. Rebound.
Dukes for their last hand. Hill feeding Spillers. Trayvon blocked from behind by Ricks. Up ahead, Xavier Brown for Duke.
I talked about Xavier Brown in a few minutes. That was a huge basket. They were 5-0, James Madison, when they shot over 45% this season.
6-0 when they scored 70, but it doesn't look like they're going to get there tonight.
It's going to be hard to get 70.
Sallis discards Taylor. Smith gets away with a push-off on Reed, and basketball karma means it's Wake Forest ball. Luke Anderson back, A.J. Smith to the bench. Luke Anderson, Florida Southern.
And Lakeland, one of the moccasins.
Different level of basketball in the Sun Belt.
Florida Southern was up here. I'm not sure if it was women's basketball or men. Actually, the women practiced here. Thanksgiving Wednesday.
Nice tip out by Spillers.
They got a big-time program down there, by the way, speaking of Florida Southern. You're right, man. Re-rack it.
Efton Reed. Righty hook.
Under control tonight. Everything you do, from mopping the floor to blocking shots, letting your shoe fall off the jump hooks. I love your game tonight, Mr. Reed. Still waiting on the pops and pop.
Deacs have done a really good job on Freeman. Other than going under the screen, that left him open for three. Deacs have bottled up JMU's spark. Wake by 18 after they trailed at the half.
As he is now back then, Efton's response was something along the lines of, heck yeah.
Guessing that's not exactly what he said, but I appreciate it. Madison, and a nice bounce back game for Cosby after he sat on the bench for about 36 minutes against Boston College.
The way you do it, out of high school rank is number 16 shooting guard in the country. Went down to Alabama, now a little closer to home, and everybody's excited to see what he's going to do.
Speaking of Efton Reed, one of the couple Richmond natives on this Deacon squad. 7 points for Reed to go with 4 blocks. Anderson for 3.
Where's that been all night, Mr. Anderson?
You sound like an agent.
I was asking for a friend. You take your time now. Don't force anything. Let the offense come to you, and you'll get shots or fouls.
Sallis kicks it. Reed. Nope. Spillers tips it outside. Sallis tracks it down.
Great hustle. And Reed makes that shot if he had not faded. If he had stepped into the shot, remember what we talked about with Hildreth? If he steps into the shot, holds your spot in your pose, he makes that. But he faded back, and it was a little short.
They give Spillers the rebound for the tip. It's his 9th of the night. Hunter Sallis beats the shot clock buzzer.
It's unstoppable.
Wake's got 34 points in the second half. They still have over 5 minutes to play. On the floor. Fouls on Hildreth. Stand. Hang on.
Well, watch. I'm not going anywhere, but watch this. Gets inside, gets under control. See, look at the elevator. See how he pushed it up and finish it? Yeah, he's excited. He should be because he's
Previous play is under review.
Great looks.
Officials are going to review the previous play. So Roger Ayers, Lee Cassell, AJ Desai over the monitor.
After review, we got one right tonight.
Roger Ayers told me before the game he might want to do TV sometime. He'd be good on TV.
There's kind of a little tie up right there. Count the basket for 3. Go ahead.
What stands out most to you about the second half of Wake Forest? Do you feel like they figured something out? This could be a turning point.
I think, yeah, and you know what it was? Activity. I'm not worried about the X's and O's. You can run this, boom, boom, boom. It's activity. They were aggressive offensively, they were aggressive defensively, got in passing lanes, became more physical, found the basketball rhythm, maybe wore off some of the rust from missing the last 10 days of play. But yeah, that's what they've done. And they just turned it up a notch. Everybody, look, even right there, look at defensive stance. Everybody's moving on the basketball. You may score, but you had to work to score.
Another excellent defensive possession, but Wake cannot get the rebound, and the loose ball last touched by the Deacs.
Early in the game, Wake did and would have waited for somebody to get that rebound. Now everybody's going after the basketball. They're boxing somebody. Everybody's doing something. See, there you go.
Spillers the deflection and the steal. Deacons, by the way, plus 12 on the glass tonight. Plus 19 where it counts. Reed for emphasis. Makes it a 21-point Wake Forest lead.
As far as all-around basketball games, this is probably after Reed's best game.
Lindsay been relatively quiet from the edge of the W, comes up short. And there's the 12th rebound of the night. And a baseball pass ahead for Hildreth. I think Hunter will be out of eligibility, but he can be a quarterback with a pass like that.
Yeah. Transfer portal, he's going to find a year someplace. The way it's going, take time.
Hildreth. Sallis gets inside of all the purple jerseys, but then had it poked away.
It's been a long time since you've seen a transition layup for James Madison.
Another rainbow three for
nice transition three
Luke
award.
Anderson. Preston Spradlin takes a timeout with 3:51 to go. We will take it.
They have dominated the paint. Sallis is going inside and scoring anytime he wants, and on the other side, he rebounds and that 9 block shots. But interesting enough, 7 of 21 shooting, and you know we haven't talked much at all about Bryce Lindsay, one of the top scorers in the country, and he comes off the bench and scores. That's a good defensive set for Wake. And finish.
Freeman fouled from behind by Hildreth.
smart play by Freeman to kind of draw that foul. But you don't want to. That's a play if you're Hildreth. You got to just kind of let it go. Just let it, contest a little bit. Don't get that close where he's going to turn around and fetch. But it is what it is, so you play. But you're right, though, Evan. The defensive side of this thing and the numbers that you just talked about, that's got to make Coach Forbes so excited. So, guys, this is the blueprint for us to win basketball games in the ACC. We're right. You have to.
Ever since November 13th, Wake Forest has been without Omaha Ballou, who the Deacs expected to be one of their key contributors. Asked Steve Forbes earlier this afternoon how Omaha's doing. Said he's doing good. He's no longer in the cast on his foot. He was riding the bike at shoot-around today, shooting some free throws. Still hasn't done anything basketball related. Sure would be nice if Wake could get him back by mid-January, so he's ready for the two-game stretch here at the Joel. January 21st against Carolina, January 25th against Duke.
Yeah.
It's a big 2 games for the Deacs resume.
It's a big 2 games, and if you play like you played
in the second half tonight,
then they'll be real important, other than Carolina and Duke.
Saturday is a big game too. At
No
Clemson.
question about it.
Ricks kicks it.
Hey, before I forget about it, think about the Churchill Abyss drop step dunk. How that changed the energy of the basketball game.
Sure did.
You know?
Spillers just grabbed his 10th rebound.
You think about Omaha. You think about, okay, fine. You give me plays like that. Everybody makes a contribution. You help us win a game.
Ball popping around. Spillers with his 11th rebound. Hunter Sallis for 3. First 3 of the night for Hunter. He's got 24 and 12 with 5 assists to boot.
Shooters are finding rhythm. They're putting their hand, as they say, in the basket. They get the elevation. Shots are floating. It's really nice. That's a good shot there.
Luke Anderson can stroke it.
Well, you can tell it sometimes by form and finish. Good shot by Anderson.
Third 3 of the second half for Anderson. Duke's within 16. Timeout.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved...
W there, and then the first visit from the Stanford Cardinal, an ACC game. Wake has 2 games this year against the Cardinal.
Yes, they do.
Corner 3, Spillers rattles in and out. Spillers slides like he's going down a bowling alley. Ice skating rink.
He got up quick.
He did.
I like it. It was cool. He got 2 points for that.
He's got to be careful. There's a wet spot in the middle of the floor for sure. Lindsay bumped by Hildreth again. 4th foul on Cam. And a couple free throws here for Bryce Lindsay, the Texas A&M transfer.
You know, if I was mopping the floor like that, I'd be a little afraid right now to go out there because Efton Reed did such a nice...
Gonna steal it from him?
Yeah, that's right. Efton Reed took it, bam, he was quick about it.
Hey, let's talk about Wake Forest big picture for a moment.
Let's talk about
the non-conference. Marquee win against Michigan.
Yep.
Neutral site. Losses to Xavier, Florida, Texas A&M. All really strong teams. Wake hasn't had a bad loss yet.
No.
The concern coming into tonight was they hadn't really played well in any of their 11 games. They played good enough to win against, beat a Minnesota team in a slog of a game.
They didn't raise it. Right now, the committee doesn't have our eyebrows raised because of who they, what they're doing. Yeah, I get that.
If the shots can start falling, which is a huge if, maybe this team can live up to expectations. Picked 3rd in the ACC preseason poll. Shots like that from Hunter Sallis.
I mean, this could be the night. Everything is in rhythm. There's no rush on those shots. Just get up, extend, finish, follow through, it goes in. And if it's missed, you're able to get the rebound. This is good. This is good. But you got to keep this up.
Anderson finally missed one. Rebound for Reed. Hunter Sallis now 27 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover. it's been one of, if not the best game of his Demon Deacon career.
Yeah, he's had a couple of games where he's scored more points, but just the total effort of what he's been able to do, he's playing like the All-American tonight. But everybody's made a contribution this win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to leave him out, but you know, after the Reed's done a great job playing inside.
DJ's ready to jam.
Yeah.
Thompson over Spillers, comes up short. Anderson on the glass, puts it back up and in.
I like it.
Shot clock is off with 20 seconds left.
This is, you know, you got to remember, they got, what, 11 new players in this James Madison team. They're still learning each other, too. They're going to be a fun. You're going to be a tough out in the Sun Belt.
An emotional day in Winston-Salem as the Demon Deacon Nation said goodbye to Dave Clawson. Fans showered in with praise in the first half, and Wake men's basketball got it rolling in the second half. Deacs never led in the first half. They dominate the second and defeat James Madison 75-58. It's all ACC play coming up starting Saturday at Clemson.
All right, it's time to go now. You know, the exam is over. It's time to play. I like the effort. I like how they played the final 30 minutes of this basketball game. This is a Wake Forest team that I think you're going to hear some things about. You got to play every ball game. And James Madison, you got nothing to be ashamed of. You're a good basketball team. It's going to get better and better.
27 points for Hunter Sallis. 18 points for Cam Hildreth. 13 points for Davin Cosby. And Wake wins it by 17. Felt like more. Hope you have a very happy holiday season. Always a pleasure being alongside Stan Luter and Madison Little.